This is Cookie King 73, and today is Backbreaking News episode 251, and today is part 20 of the hypothetical questions. And what hypothetical means, a situation, idea, or question is one that is based on an assumption or possibility rather than being actual or proven. So, and today is part 20. Finally got to question 20, and today's question is, and what we do here is we talk about random stuff. And I just wanted to do 200 of these, then we'll go back to a normal topic like food or something that I decide. I just thought that this would be interesting for a little bit, at least to the end of the year, you know? Okay, but today's question number 20. If you could live in a dream world forever, would you stay? Now, 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 this depends what kind of dream I'm having. If I'm having a nightmare in this dream world, the answer is most definitely no. Because, who knows, I could be dreaming about being in a horror movie. I wouldn't want to live in that. I would come back to reality right away. But if it was like a dream where... Honestly, this kind of depends what kind of dream if you're having. If you're having a weird dream, it depends how weird it is. It could be interesting to live in it, but you might not want to. That one would be a maybe. It just depends how weird it is. For example, I had a dream once where Nickelodeon opened a mall. Yeah, the company Nickelodeon opened a mall. And I'm not even joking about this. They had a Target inside. It had 5 items. It wasn't even big, it was like this small. And then it had 5 items like pizzas, some food, and that was it. And maybe like some cleaning supplies. It was very small. And then they had this AT&T store. This big. It was full of everything. It had every phone to ever exist in it. And some phones you never heard of. Like from current day. And then in this Nickelodeon game show, Nickelodeon hosted. The other stores were just all Nickelodeon-based, TV series-based. Here's the interesting thing about it. They had a game show, and you could win a PS5, and you had to answer questions or get slimed. I ended up losing in the dream. But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. Okay, so... But then, if you're having, like, an insanely good dream, like you're traveling the world or something, I would say yes. But this just depends, honestly. This question is hypothetical, which I explained what that meant. But the question is, would I be able to leave this, whatever dream I'm having, and come back to the real world? Because that would also influence my decision here. Because if you're not able to escape, and you have to live this forever, you will miss the real world. It will be like one of those things that, oh man, you would enjoy until you don't. It's something you would enjoy until you just won't. It's something you would enjoy for a little bit, and then you would be like, I want back. I want back out of this dream world. I want to see my family. I want to see my real friends. I want to see from this perfect thing or this nightmare or whatever dream I'm having that day. I want to escape because I want to see my family again, you know? That it will be sad. But if you're allowed to escape, I feel like that would also influence my decision, which would probably be a yes in this situation. So, because if you're able to escape, you still get to see your family, and then you can go back anytime. If it's like one of those things, then I would most definitely take it, because then whenever I feel sad or alone, I can go to my happy place and go to that dream world, or whatever dream I'm having, and ultimately, I feel like that would influence my decision at least. It might not influence everyone's decision. You might just want what you want, and that is perfectly okay. But I feel, like to answer this question in a whole, my answer to this would be, after considering what I said, I would say the answer to this question is it depends on the situation, but that's my answer to this. It depends on what is going on at the time, like, and what is allowed in this, what isn't. This is a more difficult question than it looks, but it depends on the situation and overall what kind of dream you're having, you know? So, yeah, that's where I'm going to end it. Goodbye.